Well, the city of Bishop relaxed one of its mandatory water conservation matters on Saturday and now lasting into the early spring, and that is watering between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. will once again be allowed. Now, according to the press release, you'll remember that last summer the Bishop City Council approved new water conservation measures. The measures were intended to achieve the state required 20% reduction in water use by city water customers and to avoid the $10,000 per day fines from the state. Now, one of the city's conservation measures prohibited outdoor watering between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Other mandatory water conservation measures do remain in place. Now, that press release notes that saving water saves money, reduces water rates, protects groundwater, and is the right thing to do, and is now required by the state. You can contact the City of Bishop Department of Public Works at 760-873-8458 for more information on water conservation and the City of Bishop's water system. Well, last week, the Inyo County Sheriff's Department put out the word in a photo that is available on our website, sierrawave.net, of a Lone Pine man wanted for felony battery and violation of parole. The Inyo Sheriff's Department says Richard Farrell Andreas Jr. is 32 years old, a Native American, 5 feet 11 inches tall, 210 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. Now, according to the sheriff's office, Andreas has tattoos around his head and neck. The last known address was on South Main Street in Lone Pine. The Sheriff Department's news release says that Andreas is considered armed and dangerous. Officers ask that if you have seen him, please contact law enforcement directly or go through the Inyo County Sheriff's Department Report a Crime webpage. You can remain anonymous. You can also call the Inyo County Sheriff's Department 760-873-0383 or get in touch with the internet on the Inyo County Sheriff's Department, and you can find their internet address as well as that information on our website at sierrawave.net. Well, about 1.5 weeks ago, the Mammoth Lakes Police Department Detective Jack Loera was contacted by an investigator with the Orange County District Attorney's Office, and that investigator gave Detective Loera information that a person of interest in a homicide may be living and working in Mammoth Lakes. Press release from Mammoth Lakes Police Department notes that with that information, Detective Loera received, Mammoth Lakes police officers were eventually able to locate and arrest the suspect on the outstanding warrant. Last Wednesday morning at about 7:30, Detective Loera, assisted by Officer Lear and Sergeants Hugelman and Moskowitz, arrested Jose Cardenas Zuniga, age 38, of Mammoth Lakes, at his place of employment where he was working under an alias, according to the press release. Zuniga was taken into custody without incident. He was transported to the Mono County Jail, where he was later interviewed by detectives from Orange County who have an ongoing investigation. Well, there's a new executive director for the Mammoth Chamber of Commerce, Craig Schmidt. Sierra Wave Media's Rob Gill filed this story.
My reason for coming to Mammoth Lake, I think, is obvious to anybody that looks outside. This is such a beautiful place. I have a 20-year background in chamber management. I started in Hood River, Oregon, in the Columbia Gorge. I moved to Healdsburg and then to Morro Bay, all beautiful areas, and I kind of finishing off here in Mammoth Lakes, building a chamber here that businesses in the community can be proud of. No, I didn't just Google images and knowing that this was a place I wanted to be. I have friends that had cabins here that spent winter and summers here, and they always talked about how we needed to do a road trip here, but never got to do that. My family is all grown. I have 2 grown sons, one in Encinitas and one in Portland. Actually, I've just had a brand new grandson, 2 months old, and I have another grandson from my oldest son who's 3 years old. So they're going to be snowboarders for sure. Well, I was a skier until I had back surgery, so I'm not skiing anymore, but I still kayak, and fly fishing is my passion now. So where better to be than in Mammoth Lake in the Eastern Sierras? I'm just a very lucky boy. Organizational management, first off, building the foundation of the chamber, getting the benefits together, getting the focus of what the chamber should be doing for Mammoth. If you've seen one chamber, you've seen one chamber. They're all different, and basically we have to fine-tune and focus the Mammoth Chamber on Mammoth's needs. What those needs are that we identified are creating a strong local economy, providing networking opportunities for our members, promoting the community, and basically being the voice of business with local and regional government. Well, like I say, we're building it from the ground up, so everything's pretty exciting, and this is a dream come true for any chamber professional. So what we're looking at doing is putting together a scope of work and a program that is going to benefit the businesses in those 4 competencies I talked about. Creating a strong local economy, we're going to be providing educational programs to help our businesses grow. We're going to be providing customer service programs so that we can elevate the level of service that our visitors get when they come into Mammoth Lakes. We're going to be doing various associations together to group buy, to collate ideas specific to those business sectors. This is an amazing place. Everybody that I've met has been so supportive of me coming into town, but also of a new chamber being launched. And I got that from the majority of people that were there. We had about 50 or 60 people at Snow Creek Athletic Club. So it was a really, really nice introduction to the business community. And I've been here 3 weeks and meeting with individual businesses and government people. And the reception has just been outstanding. When you see me, you're going to see me smiling because I'm pretty happy to be here. I'm happy with the challenge we have. I have a very energetic, supportive, innovative board of directors that without them, I would not be here. Without them, we'd not have this new direction for the Chamber of Commerce. And it's just really, really exciting.
All right, well, thanks, Rob and Craig. We're going to come back with weather, sports, as well as a report from Mammoth Snowman.